Hey everyone, it's me, Christopher. You know, I know this sounds crazy, but I already made a video on Wednesday, and now it's uploaded on Thursday. So, at least we're doing the Egyptian Beauty, the last game. Okay. In the middle of the night, Samwa, Newa, and Nate are heading to Egypt, and Nate is making a video diary. Hi everyone, it's me, Nate, and I in another dimension, and met two of those guys. One of the boys' name is Samwa, and his name is look kind of similar to Egyptian god Wa. And also one of the cyborg lady, sorry about that. Anyway, and also one of the cyborg lady name is Newa, and she was very smart, brave, helpful, and hot. So I like to say that I stuck in this place, and I miss my home, my family, my friends, my school, my dog, and everything. I hope that I need to get out of here to see my family. I know it looked different, but I'll be there with you, okay? It's time for me to go say goodbye. Go, so bye. So they entered Egypt to visit Samwa Kingdom. Sorry. Spit. And half of the army are dead, rebuilding 4th time in the world. Nick, Jack, and Matt and White went outside to see spaceship. When the spaceship landed, Samwa, Newa, and Nate stepped out to see Nick, Jack, Max, and White. And also Nick, Jack, Max, and White met Nate. Samwa said, "Where's Mom and Dad?" Nick said, Nick saw Samwa inside pyramid, and what inside is Samwa's parents got turned into a statue, and Samwa was sad. Nick said, "I know you sad about your parents, but this is all Confetti's fault." And Samwa is upset with Confetti right now. Max said, "We met someone who can help us, and that someone is none other than Henry." "Hello, Your Majesty," he said to Samwa. Samwa is mad and said, "You met Henry?" White said, "Yes," and Samwa said, "He working with the evil queen. While I defeat her for good." Jack said, "But we want him to help us to stop Confetti." Samwa said, "But he's evil." Samwa said, Henry said, "I'm afraid not, because you all know that I may be a bad guy, but now I just doing a kind thing by lock me up in prison about a lot of day, and now I'm ready to be on your side." Samuel said, "It better not be one of your tricks." Henry said, "Oh, believe me, I wouldn't lie to the Pharaoh." And someone will believe in Henry. Henry said, "I know where is Confetti. I've been told the book of the death where is Confetti, and the book of the death said he at the Madagascar." And Samuel said, "We have to go there." Soon they arrived at the Madagascar. Newa said, "It seems that there's no spaceship, no cruise, no ship, no alien, no bug people, no alien wolf, and no weapon, 'cause it's just him alone. Confetti is making art out of the mango." And they stopped Confetti, and Jack used the golden sword to cut Confetti's arm out. Okay, I'm back. When someone turned the globe of power over, the emerald was here, and 4 of the jewels are missing. Samwad is angry and said the 4 jewels are missing. Kafidi said, "You see that I already complete my mission to change dimension." Max said, "If the emerald is still here, where is the other 4 jewels?" Kafidi said, "That's because I used the emerald to send the 4 jewels in the past of Egypt." White said, "You send 4 jewels in timeline of Egypt?" Kafidi said, "Yes, because I'm more power than anyone else. So kill me, I must to die in place." Samwa said, we wouldn't kill less. We need to get all of." So Jack cut Kafidi head off, and Samwa shouted, "What in the mummy underground was that about?" Jack said he wants us to kill him because we lost everything, and I'm going somewhere that I'll forget about him. So Jack left, and Samwa, Nick, Max, White, Newa, and Nate are never forget, and they need to get the 4 jewels from the past of Egypt. In 1997, Nate is telling his story about his past to people in the club. So Nate is sad that he missed his family, and Samwad is working on the time magic with Nick and Henry. So Henry tried to use the emerald to test it out, and it took Nick to his past, and it worked. Nick got back from his past and told them it's work. Samwad, Nick, and Henry, it's time to reunite with others. When Samwad and Nick pick up Nate and Newa, they go see Max and White in a cute house. Nate and Newa had to. Okay, I fixed it. Max and White has a little son named Hamilton. Samwad and Nick told Max and White that the time magic is working, and Max and White has come with them. Nick don't know where is Jack after the Samwa told the book of the death know where Jack is, and the book of the death told Samwa that Jack is at the Louisiana. So Samwa, Nick, and Nate are going to see Jack at the Louisiana. When they got right in time at Louisiana, they saw a big restaurant called the Burger God. When they get in the Burger God, someone knocked on the doors, and the cartoonist Viking named Jeff said, "Welcome to the Burger God. An all you can eat burger make you a god." Someone said, "Excuse me, sir. We're looking for the guy named Jack who has a long hair." Jeff said, "Ah, I know who you guys are. You're Jack's longtime friends." Nate said, "Wow, really?" Jeff said, "Yep, I'm used to be Jack's employer." Nick said, "Can we see our friend?" Jeff said, "Of course," and they see inside the restaurant, and it looked nice and Egyptian. They could probably see Jack telling a story about himself to the kids. Jack sees someone, Nick and Nate, walking with Jeff, and Jack stand up and yell, "Hey, you guys!" Someone said, "Hey, Jack, good to see you again." When they hug each other, Jack said, I've been seeing you guys around like having 3 years. I left. Someone said, that's good to hear, but I had got a good news. Jack said, oh, I always wanted to hear something good, so how about you take a seat while I'll get you guys some drink and we can talk. So Samuel, Nick, and Nate sit down on the booth, and Jack got a drink for them, and now Jack is ready to talk. Jack said, okay, what are the good news today? Samuel said, okay, well, remember the time that we almost got a jewel back until they sent to the pass of Egypt? Jack said, well, yeah, 'cause I just cut his head off. Nick said, true, but we found out that our time magic, it worked. Jack said, Jack is full of surprise and said, you mean that you guys made a time magic to get 4 jewels back? Nick said, yes, and Jack and Jeff are going with them. Soon they got back to Egypt. Samuel said, I gather all of you guys today, 'cause me, Nick, and Henry made a time magic for get the 4 jewels back, but I know that we worked so hard about 3 years, and now we finally made a time magic working. So any question? Jeff raised his hand up, and Samuel said, yes, Jeff. Jeff asked, when are we going in time? Samuel said, about now. Soon, Samuel, Nick, Henry, Nate, Max, White, Jack, and Jeff went to the temple. Henry used the emerald to spell on the staff, and Nick drawed a circle inside the temple. Henry used the staff to create a time portal on the big circle, and Samuel said, it's time for us to get the 4 jewels back. Henry told them good luck, and all of them jumped into a time portal. They had the years 2150 BC of Egypt, and they all split up. Samuel and Nick are going to find a ruby. Nick and White are going to find a aquarium. Jack and Jeff going to find a diamond, and Noah and Nate are going to find the opera. Samuel and Nick search for everybody in town know where the ruby is, but the old man said, the mean old queen has a ruby on her necklace, and she has a pyramid. And Samuel and Nick know where the ruby is, and they went inside the pyramid to get the ruby from the queen, but Samuel recognized Queen pet dog, and it was Samuel's mother, Emerald. Samuel said, I can't believe that was my mom, and she looked beautiful without the bandages in the past. Samuel was so excited about his mother, and Nick said, what about the queen? Samuel said, you'll get the ruby from the evil queen, and I'll meet my mom from the past. Samuel gonna meet Emerald from the past, and Nick gonna get the ruby from the queen. Samuel started to say hi to Emerald, and she talked to him while no one could hear her. And Samuel said, I know you can talk, 'cause I can hear you. Emerald was so surprised and said, how can you hear me? Samuel said, I know it sounds like a long time story, but I'm your son from the future. Emerald didn't know that Samuel used to be her son from the future. Samuel told Emerald about the time that she was mummified alive by the spirit, and the spirit gave the spell to her. After years that she was out of her sarcophagus and met the 16 years old boy named Arthur, and she was mummified Arthur, and she gave mummified Arthur a kiss, and he turned himself a mummy dog, and they fell in love. They went to the pyramid, and she raised the army of the death, and they dressed like an Egyptian royal. They told the army of the death to rebuild and redecorate the entire kingdom, and they were happy about ruling the Egypt, and made all the lost dogs to come to their kingdom and stay as a mummy slave forever, and made a magic dome. Someone told Animal about the time someone was a puppy and got turned into a human boy. Someone met a god named Just, and he helped someone to become a dog again, and saved Emerald and Arthur from the queen. Someone told Emerald that she gave her emerald to the Captain Confetti, and Emerald, Arthur, and their army stopped all the army of the space pirate, alien, bug people, and alien wolf. And when Confetti won, Emerald and Arthur turned into the statue. Half of the dogs got turned into the statue. Half of the army decided the death of people in the sand, and half of the people dimension come out in the middle of the nowhere. Someone told Emerald that he'll going to bring back her and Arthur out of the statue, and Emerald said, "I was turned into the statue?" Someone said, "Yes, but I promise you that I'll bring you, Dad, Just, and everybody back." Emerald smiled at Samwa and said, "I know. I was so proud of you. And be careful and go bring everyone back and do it for me." Samwa said, "I will." They hugged each other, and Nick got a ruby from the queen. Nick yelled, "Someone, I got a ruby!" Emerald said, "Go!" So Samwa and Nick run from the guard, and they jumped out of the pyramid and fell right into the river. Meanwhile, Max and White found wise old maid had an aquarium. Max said to the maid, "Excuse me, ma'am, the aquarium you have is very nice, and we can have your..." The maid pushed Max's soul out of his body. Maid said, "You can see that I can do a magic, and you think that I could give my aquarium?" Max said, "Yes, because this aquarium is from the future, because someone sent the aquarium in here." The maid said, I know what the future looked like." The maid told Max and White about the future, and the future is looked like a two mummy dogs who rule Egypt, and only the great time that Samwa and his friend can able to stop Confetti from the past. So the maid put Max's soul into his body and gave them an aquarium. They told Maid thank you and goodbye, and they go meet up with Samwa and Nick. Meanwhile, Jack and Jeff found a diamond, and it was inside the sarcophagus that the dead body holding it. Jack picked up the diamond off of the dead body and meet up with the other. Meanwhile, Neymar and Nate know where the opal is. It's after the cave of the lost member. Neymar and Nate went to the cave of the lost member to look for the opal, and it was on the eyes of the statue of the hornet. Nate climbed to the statue of the hornet, and Neymar felt the pain of her remembering at the Confetti spaceship. The past version of Neymar got trained to be a space pirate, and Confetti had good proud of her. Confetti take Newa to the hall captain that wherever captain of the space pirate conquered the galaxy. Kafiri told Newa that every planet they can do take everything down and they'll conquer one by one. The past version of Newa is feeling the pain of her remembering, and Kafiri told the space pirate to take her to the emergency room. At the emergency room, the octopus man said it seemed there was another Newa, and she from the future. Kafiri know that there was a future version of Newa in here, but they all go to look for her. Back to the cave of the lost member, the future version of Newa Payne was gone, and the space pirate was found her. The space pirate took Newa to the sitting room for see the memory video in her head. The octopus man is working on her memory video, and they see Kafidi told them about 4 jewels that he sent it to the past of Egypt. Kafidi had himself in the future, and he realized that in the future his head get cut off. Kafidi must get the jewels, and he had an idea. Back to the cave of the lost member again. Nate got to the opera, and he couldn't find Newa, so Newa showed up, and Nate said, "Oh, you scared me." Newa's sorry, and they can finally meet up with others. Okay, Samwat, Nick, Max, White, Jack, Jeff, Newa, and Nate are ready to go home. Back in 1997, Henry making a new glove of power, and he brought everybody from the past of Egypt. Henry said, "Did you bring 4 of the jewels back?" Samwat said, "Yes, and Henry is ready to put the 5 jewels in the new glove of power. They all gonna miss Nate and Jeff, and they won't forget those 2. When Henry already put all 5 jewels in the new glove of power, Henry yelled, "I feel the power!" Henry snapped with the new glove of power, and Jack said, "Did it work?" They looked at Nate and Jeff, and those 2 got back to their home dimension, so the new glove of power it worked. Nick said, "I can't believe we saved the day, and we can't wait to see the people and the dog back so we can't forget about our new friend." And and then the blaster hit right into the temple, and Newa made a bigger circle outside of the temple when Kafidi, but she is not a real Newa from the future, she is a Newa from the past. Oh no. Samwa, Nick, Max, White, Jack, and Henry are okay, including a new glove of power. Kafidi teleport here, and Samwa told Max, White, and Henry to go to get Newa. Samwa, Nick, and Jack walk up to Kafidi, and they stop right at Kafidi. Kafidi said, "So you're the one who trying to stop me?" Samwa said, "Yes, 'cause we here to bring everything back to normal." Kafidi said, "You know how you feel like anger, darkness, fear, and stupidity." Samwa said, "I'll never be a man like you." Kafidi said, "Look like I can do it by myself." Samwa, Nick, and Jack are about to fight. Kafidi and Samwa jump right into the Kafidi, but Kafidi pushed Samwa off and Jack used his golden sword to stab Confetti, but then Confetti knocked Jack's sword off, and he used his sword to trying to cut Jack's head off. Then the golden sword knocked Confetti's sword off, and this was Nick, who holding Jack's sword. Jack said, "Such a powerful god of Egypt." Nick having a sword fight with Confetti, and someone grabbed the sword on the ground and helping Nick to stop Confetti. Confetti in the other hand, he's slamming his sword at their sword as fast that he could push them so hard that he is stronger. Samuel and Nick looked at Confetti, and Confetti said, "You guys are trying your best to save your home, but I'll show you the true meaning of life, and I have the right of drama in the story." Someone said, "We'll never give up, and that's why we have hope, care, love, and fantasy." Confetti said, "You forget I brought something with me." Then all of the space pirate, alien, bug people, alien wolf, and crews walking up to Confetti, and they were here to destroy Samuel, Nick, and Jack. Then Samuel, Nick, and Jack hear something is coming from. Nick looked behind and told Samuel and Jack looked behind them, and there was a big portal in the middle of the temple as somebody coming out of the portal. It was Emerald, Arthur, Just, Ross, and Brock, who totally back together again. Emerald and Arthur brought all the mummy, skeleton, ghouls, and mummy dogs for the battle. Someone is so happy that he missed his parents. Confetti see the army of the and just said, "It's good to see you again, Samuel." Samuel, Nick, and Jack team up with Emerald, Arthur, Just, Ross, and Brock to take down Confetti and his army. Arthur yelled, "Today we will take back our life, and we won't give up for our home." Our army was shouting, and Emerald shouted, "Everyone, attack!" They all attacked and to fight the Confetti army, and the Confetti had to deal with Samuel. Max, White, and Henry found the past version of Newa, and then Max said, "Newa, we've been looking for you, and we need to help Samuel, Nick, and Jack to stop Confetti for getting 5 jewels." The past version of Newa holding a sword and said, "I don't think so." Henry said, "Newa, what are you doing?" Then the real Newa from the future is here and said, "Oh, other me, stop. What are you doing?" White said, "Why are there 2 of her?" A real Newa from the future said, "Because she was from the past, and she tried to help Confetti from the past to get the 5 jewels." The past version of Newa said, "It's true because I had to work for my father, and there's no way you guys can able to stop him." So Henry used a diamond to free the past version of Newa and said, "What she's trying to do is helping him, and so I just free her in ice. But yeah, she is so crazy in the past, and this new glove of power I made is so pretty cool." When Emerald and Arthur saw them with the new glove of power, they won for those guys, and Arthur said, "Max and White, it's good to see you guys again. And did you guys has all the 5 jewels? Max said, one, it's good to see both of you too. 2, yes, we have all the 5 jewels. And 3, it's on the new glove of power. And Wolf said, who is she? White said, this is Newa. She is a cyborg, and she helping us. Arthur said, why is Henry out of the prison? Max said, it's a long story, but now we must get the new glove of power away from Confetti before he get it. Henry passed the glove of power to Arthur, and Confetti told someone that only the true power came able to feel it. When Confetti saw Arthur holding a new glove of power, Confetti go after Arthur, and Max ran up to him and said, if you want the dog who had the glove, you had to pass through me first. Confetti will not stop, and he fight Max. Arthur passed it to Nick and tell him to put it on and snap it. When Confetti defeat Max, he saw Nick putting on the new glove of power, and Confetti won for him and grabbed the new glove of power. Confetti said, give it to me. Nick said never, and Confetti stabbed Nick with his sword. Someone saw Nick and yelled, Nick, no! When Confetti put on the new glove of power, he felt the power, and someone holding on to the new glove of power. Confetti pushed someone out of the way and said, I have the power. When he snapped it, nothing happened. When Confetti turned over the new glove of power, 5 jewels is missing, and someone has 5 jewels on his metal glove, and he felt the power. Someone raised his metal glove and said, long live the Pharaoh. Someone snapped his finger, and all the Confetti army is started to change. All of the space pirate is turned into the sand. All of the alien turned into the animal. All of the bug people turned into a plant. All of the alien wolves turned into the statue. And all the crew sent to another dimension. Confetti felt disturbed about losing the war, and no, they say that Confetti sit down on the sand and God turned himself into ashes. Everyone won the war, and they looked for Sanwa. They looking for Sanwa, and all they found is Sanwa got back in dog. Sanwa is happy being back in dog, and he going back to Nick. Nick is feeling hurt, and he sees Sanwa turn back into a dog. Nick is Hold on. Okay, fix it. Sanwa is crying, and Nick said, Sanwa, is that you as a dog? Sanwa cried and said, yes, Nick, it's me, but I gonna to save you. Nick say, you don't have to save me, but now I'm gonna miss you and my friends. Someone said, but Nick said, it's time for me to go. Nick passed away, and someone is crying for Nick died. 15 days later, the mummies and the mummy dogs mummified Nick and put him in the sarcophagus that looked like Nick. The mummies and Mummy's dogs put the sarcophagus into the river, and all of them going to miss Nick. Someone is sad about Nick and just said, I know you miss your new friend because he is a better place with Clark. But look at the bright side. You're back in the dog like in 3 years. Someone said, thank you, and they hug each other. And Warren offered thanks Max, White, Jack, and Bra for helping them for Stop Confetti, and Emerald got her emerald back from Confetti. Arthur said, don't tell everybody that you saw. They won't tell everybody about this, so they goodbye to them, to Emerald and Arthur, and they heading home. Emerald and Arthur gonna miss those guys. Soon just opened the portal to the museum, and someone gave 4 jewels to Wasp. So Wasp said, thank you for the jewels, and I won't tell everybody about this. Someone said, that's what friends do. Wasp said, well then, I'll see you on Halloween. Someone said, very well. Then, I'll spend more time with you. Someone and Wasp hug each other, and Wasp walked into the portal and just closed the portal, and they'll remember Wasp for now on. Nera is a new captain of the galaxy. She bringing all the animals to the ship, and Henry is coming with her. Someone said, are you leaving so soon, Henry? Henry said, yes, cause going. Oh, no. Okay, I'll fix it. Yes, cause we're going to a great adventure with Nera, and we are going to. Oh no. Fix it again. Yes, cause I'm going to a great adventure with Nera, and we are coming to the far, far away planet to look for a fairy treasure. Someone said, I'm glad that you're not kind of like a bad guy. Henry said, I won't forget about you, my friend. I won't forget about you. Henry and Nera bye to Samuel and but they'll be back on Halloween, so they leave Earth, and Samuel had been wearing a pharaoh hat, and Samuel told the army of death and mummy dogs that there will be a great time as they can do for the kingdom. Meanwhile, Nate is at the college and said, I was stuck in a dimension and met new friends. Sarah, Nick, Henry, Max, White, Jack, Jeff, and Nera. We went to the past of Egypt and we collect 4 jewels like ruby, aquarium, diamond, and opal. Once we got back from the past of Egypt, Henry made a glove with emerald, so he put all 4 jewels on the gloves and snapped it as we back our home. And we saved the dimension, so thank you. Everybody clapping for him, and he always remembered everything. The end. Okay, we are on Egyptian Beauty Loving Multiverse. Well, I hope the video will upload this on YouTube on today or tomorrow. So I wanted to know when did it come out. So we're gonna have to see the new story. So I'm Christopher signing off.